And some organizations, RJ, unfortunately know they'll have to make big changes in the offseason. So with that being said, what's it like for players on those teams at this stage of the season?
For a lot of people, there's an understanding that this is now a job. You're not out here playing for fun. You're out here proving your value to other teams, to other coaches. And don't forget, the coaches, sometimes they're the first ones to go.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid are manning the post positions. Harden out there with Maxey. And it's MP in at the 3 spot. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Russell passes to Prince. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and Anthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
And that one falls for Prince.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They'd better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
And both free throws good for Prince. And it's Harden with the ball for Philadelphia. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
Here's Prince after the made shot from MP. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Harden. Here's MP. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. MP's got his second bucket of the night.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Said priority number 1 is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
Here's Prince. Some solid defense from Harris.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
Here's Maxey. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
Russell passes to Prince, and the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 6. From deep, Prince.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
A nice shot by MP.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Russell after the made shot from MP. Prince up top. 20 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star. And that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. I'm sure he'll take the trade-off.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And I feel like one of the more underrated aspects of Embiid's game is his passing.
He understands that teams are going to bring 2, sometimes 3. You have to make quick decisions with the ball when that happens. Embiid, he embraces that challenge.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. McDaniels, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell.
2 minutes.
Here's McLaughlin.
2 minutes.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Harris and Embiid are manning the post position. Tyrese Maxey out there with Harden. And it's MP in at the small forward. Timberwolves trail by 13. Russell finds Edwards. Back to Russell. Pass to Gobert. Prince wide open. Off target with his 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one, good. 8 points for MP.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Edwards. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
When you have an MVP caliber player like Joel Embiid, you have to be in win mode now. And the Sixers are doing everything they can to get their big fella to the final.
Now, here is Russell. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Bucket is good. Is it hard, Richard, to balance the present and the future if you're a team like the 76ers?
No, you should have 100% focus on here and now. Why? Because players like Embiid only come around every 20, 30 years in your franchise. So you should just hedge all of your bets and try and get it done while you have the window.
And it feels like that is truly the direction. There's no deviating from it at all.
No, that's the direction. You look at the champions, the Golden State Warriors, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Lakers, they have all done the same thing. They went into win-now mode.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 5. And Embiid with the block.
Every year he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding. And his awareness of when to go for the block.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. Minnesota calls timeout. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl-Anthony Towns. McDaniels, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Edwards. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for the 76ers. Now, here is Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves, 19. The Philadelphia 76ers, 34.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. MP's really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Now here is Harris. A 3 from MP. Traps in the tray. MP's got 13.
Just a beautiful job of scanning the floor, finding the open man. Harris looking to involve his teammates.
Season after season, it seems like Tobias Harris only proves himself more invaluable.
He's one of those glue guys. Stick him into almost any lineup and he can contribute. Points, rebounds, assists, whatever you need, and that's what makes him a precious commodity.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Outside Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got 4 points this quarter.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
The first one falls.
It's tough to find things to not love about Embiid's game. It's so complete. He's a true two-way player who is a nightmare you have to deal with on both ends.
And so he makes both from the line. Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. He's always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Prince driving to the basket. Misses from short range. Maxey finds MP. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
First personal
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Philadelphia shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Free throw good, MP. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Passes to Prince. Out to Edwards. Embiid against Gobert. Back to Edwards. Over Maxey. Edwards can't hit.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. MP's shot is good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 8.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Down low. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Russell. Edwards got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You can see the change in approach from him since the break. He's been a menace after being held scoreless in the first half.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Now, here's MP. On the wing, Harden. There's the 3. And no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. There's Russell with the 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside, there's MP. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And the first one drops. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. McDaniels, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And both free throws good for MP. Timberwolves trail by 18. Kicks it to Edwards. Here's McLaughlin. The pass to McDaniels. Reed with it. Harrell on him. Yes, that goes in. Reed's got 7 points.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
MP kicks to Thibault. On the wing, MP. And rebounded by McDaniels. And stolen by MP. Harrell. Good, and the assist goes to MP. He has 6.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
And the dunk by MP.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
Edwards kicks to Anderson. Can't hit from in close. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, Harris and Embiid are manning the post positions. Harden out there with Maxey, and it's MP in at the 3, the small forward.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Embiid. Harden the pass to Harris. MP against Anderson. Here's MP. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Russell kicks to Prince. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Minnesota ball.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
The floor for your Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Goes up off the inbound, and it's laid in by Edwards. That's 10 points for Anthony Edwards.
Whatever adjustments were made at half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
Capable of playing either guard position. Harden's sense for when his teammates are open is ridiculous.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
One shot.
Free throw good, MP. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. And the 76ers call time here.
Ready to move? Here are your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers.
He's checked in for MP.
Your Timberwolves dancers.
Philadelphia with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Count that one.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Edwards. There's the triple. And another 3 for Minnesota.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The 76ers leading by 17. Harden outside. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And I understand that people might not realize this, but he's 6'7". You cannot forget about his bounce because he's got some.
Now here's Prince. Gobert down low. Embiid's there. Gobert finds Russell. Prince outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Man, that's what they're looking for from Edwards. Scoring from all areas of the court, even mid-range, keeps the defense honest.
Here is Harris. Pulls up on the elbow, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And he's always been a mid-range specialist. Harris has a great sense of when to take those pull-ups.
To the middle, here's Russell, and he converts the layup. And that's 13 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Outside, Maxey. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Korkmaz. Sinks the three-pointer.
A great look provided by Embiid. The big man just dropping dimes.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 20. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Milton. Now Reed. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's McDaniels. Milton grabs the board.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were...
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long.